Hello everyone. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to search on the CNM library databases. And all of the skills that I'll be telling you guys about today will be something that you can use in Google as well, since I know your professor does not require scholarly articles for your upcoming project. But I'm just going to show you guys how to use the CNM libraries just in case. So we're going to start at cnm.edu. This is the main page for the college. In order to gain access to the library's webpage, there's two different ways you can do it. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and under On Campus, you can click on this link right here, and that will take you to the library page. Or if you are back up at the top, you can search library in the search bar, and will be the first result right there. So once you're on the CNM Libraries webpage here, there's a few different ways that you can search. You can either search here, which is just a general search in our catalog, or you can look at our specific e-resources and databases. So if you go to the Your Library section right here, 3 down, it'll be e-resources and databases, and you'll click there. Today, we're going to be talking about this one right here, Academic Search Complete. It's one of our most comprehensive databases that we have, and they have lots of full text periodicals, so you won't be getting just parts of a text, you'll be getting all of it, as well as peer-reviewed sources. So we're going to go ahead and click on this one. Awesome, so this is what it looked like when you first get there. Your next two assignments are going to be based around what you wrote about in your narrative, right? So I'm going to pretend that my narrative was about finding a chosen family in the LGBTQ plus community and how it helped me. So we're going to start with a basic search for my chosen topic. So we might do something like LGBTQ. Search. Perfect. So unfortunately, though, we have over 10,000 results. That's far too much to work through. That's too much for anyone to look through. So I'm going to show you some ways that we can kind of refine what we see and narrow down this number as much as we can. So here, under Refine Results, we are going to kind of put in some metrics. So we always want full text, and that was automatically checked. Peer-reviewed is also helpful, and just that, cut it down in half pretty much. And peer-reviewed just means that during the publication process, the peers of the author kind of looked over the article and decided that it was accurate. There weren't any like mistakes, anything like that. I also recommend changing the publication date, especially if you're writing about something that's more technical because things change. But I'm going to do 2019 to 2024, just the last 5 years. That took it down to 2000. We can also click this box right here and just get academic journals rather than magazines or publications and from trades, that kind of thing. So now we have 2,200 results. So when we have a slightly smaller number, but maybe we're not sure where to go after this, we don't know any other keywords that we might want to add to our search or anything like that, I find it's helpful just to scroll like the first page or two, kind of see if there's anything that sparks your interest where you might be able to find some other words that you can use in your search. And I've already done this search before, so I'm just going to pop over to one that I found interesting. So right here, we have the association between campus climate and the mental health of LGBTQ plus students. So I'm going to click on this one. So how can I find more like it? And I think I want to focus more on the mental health aspect in my search. So I'm going to go to Refine Search up here. And with this, it keeps our preferences, except for publication type. I don't know why it always chooses it, but you can put it back in. And I'm going to tell you about some Boolean phrases real quick. We have 3 different Boolean phrases that we can use. We have and, or not. With and, A-N-D, it will show us results that have both LGBTQ and mental health in the text somewhere, or in the text, that kind of thing, or LGBTQ and religion. So only articles that have both of those words somewhere in them will be shown. If we have LGBTQ and or, this one is helpful for if you have multiple different ways that something could be phrased. For example, if I have LGBTQ or lesbian or gay or bisexual, that kind of thing, as long as an article has one of those words in them, it'll show up. It doesn't need all of them. It doesn't need both of them. It just needs one. And if I do not, then that will eliminate. So if I have LGBTQ, but I want to exclude like religion, then I can do LGBTQ not religion, and then that will not show any results that have religion somewhere within it. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do LGBTQ and mental health. Okay, this brings us to 332. But I also kind of thought just now that maybe I want to talk about how the community plays a role in LGBTQ mental health. So I can add in another one, so LGBTQ and mental health and community. Oop, community. So here I have 140 hits. This is still kind of a lot, but it is a lot smaller than the 10,000 that we got, right? And so I'm going to be searching for things that I think will be helpful. I'm going to jump to one that I know I want to talk about. Let's do mental health policies in queer community. Are we doing enough? Okay, so now that we have our resource that we want to use, I'm just going to talk about a few things that you can do to help you. Over on this side, you can download a PDF of the text. On this side, we're going to talk about a few things that are helpful for you. In your annotated bibliography and when you're creating citations, you're going to need to provide a link for your article. If you copy and paste what's up here, your professor will not be able to find your resource. This is a one-time generated thing. You won't be able to access it again later. Your professor won't be able to access it. It's not what you want to copy paste. Down here you have permalink. And this permalink is what you're going to want to copy and paste into your citations or your annotated bibliography, that kind of thing. And then another cool tool is the citation tool right over here. It shows you all the different ways that you can cite a source. I believe you guys will be using MLA. So you have a cool place to start. However, do note that these are not always correct. So what you are going to have to do is you will have to check to make sure. Either check against the article itself, check against your PDF, check Purdue OWL, check whatever resources you have for doing correct citations that your teacher gives you, and make sure that they are correct. Additionally, this DOI right here can also function as a permalink. Just check with your professor on if she has a preference for either. I know some professors only want DOIs, which are basically a form of permalink. Some are okay with this. So make sure that you ask your professor which one she prefers. But yeah, that's how you find sources using our Academic Search Complete. This was a really basic introduction to it. As you guys go up in other English classes, you may get more time with librarians where they'll go deeper in depth. This one was just real quick. So if you have any questions or anything doesn't seem to be working or you seem to be stuck, please reach out. I'm happy to help you. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thank you.